Well, good evening, fellow friends out in the community, fellow Americans. What's going on? I've got people trickling in. It's good to see everybody in the chat. I see you, Brutal. I see you, Arwen. I see you, BD. I see Tree Rock Creations up in here. I see Keely Chow. Hail to you. Dr. Addickstein, PhD, aka Lopta. Man, everybody's up in here. Resvergam, Brutal. Good to see everybody this evening. I've got great guests, of course, as always. Horny Elf, how you doing? And Small Time, how are you? Great to see you. Got our friend this evening. The Wake Down is here. Also have the Dominator, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. So let me go ahead and bring those guys in. What is up there, Mr. Wake Down?
Oh, just taxes, clouds, my blood pressure, that sort of thing.
Yep. And of course, Tommy.
What's going on in here? It is your favorite friend, the vaccinator. Wake Down, you talk about things that are going up. Why isn't your vaccination numbers going up? Come on, get with it times.
You're like
There's no
70
time to
already.
worry about anything else. Don't be a panty waste. Get out there and get vaxxed. Do it, people. Do it now.
You're like 70, Arnie. I think I could take you at this point.
And of course, we got Egypt, the people's champ.
Oh, what's going on, everyone? Hail to this awesome panel. Hail to Wake Down, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective and his alter ego, the Governator, and the Supreme Heretic. This wonderful chat. Thank you all, man. Thanks for having me on. I've been all touchy-feely as of late. I don't know. It's the Cuomo in me. But how's everybody doing? It was a big weekend last weekend. We had, the huge meetup in Vegas. I got to meet Phoenix Animation, hang out with Superfan Adam Shawhan in Grand Rapids. Afghanistan fell. I mean, a lot of great things happened this weekend under the Biden administration. Thanks, you old senile fuck.
Yeah, I want to first say, shout out to Gary and everybody that put on that thing in Vegas. I'm glad people had a good time. It sucks that I really couldn't get a chance to go. And just finances weren't there, and also with my mom's continued decline in health, there was just no way I could leave her. There wasn't anybody that could stay with her, number one, and number two, it's just she's just not doing well at all. So there was just no way I could get out there. So I kind of followed what was going on via Twitter, and there were some cool clips and everything and cool pictures. And I'm glad people had a good time.
Hey, kids. Hey, Drew. If I was running that thing, everybody would have got exactly what they wanted. All their favorite YouTubers killed in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, man. I wish I could have went. I really do, because one of the things that I love about this community, and hail Tina Bojan, great to see you, Tina.
Hail Tina.
One of the things that I love about this, just all the people all the friendships that we've made, all the great folks out here that watch our content and hang out with us, and I would dearly love to meet everybody. I mean, that is like my goal. Brian, Speaker for the Dead, it's great to see you, buddy. I've been praying for you. I hope everything's going well for you, Speaker. You are in our thoughts, my friend. You know that. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm glad, at least if I couldn't make it, everybody else had a good time, and that's what it's all about. I'm glad that you had a good time this weekend, ETEP. And yeah, now we can get to the shit show that is what's going on in the world.
Somebody call for a shit show? I'm here.
Beat you to it.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, it's just I've seen a lot of fucking history in my 47 years on this planet, man. And I will say, I don't know if fuck, man. I don't know if I would have to go back to kind of almost the sinking feeling I had just around, the day of when 9/11 happened, seeing the shit that happened in Afghanistan.
Hey, be careful mentioning that by name, Drew.
Oh,
Big brother YouTube is watching.
You know what? Mama Susan can just take a big mushroom stamp on her head, dude. Because I don't care. She can try to shut me down, try to shut me up, but I'll say my piece on the matter, and that's that. It was one of the saddest, and it's just a terrible way to go out. Such blatant disrespect to our men and women that served in that conflict. As Horny Out says, I served in Afghanistan. It's very hard to watch. It was very hard to watch. Absolutely heartbreaking. And there's still a humanitarian crisis there, which, by the way, the media is just like casually sweeping under the rug. They're not saying too much about it. But guess what? There's 10 to 15,000 Americans still trapped there. And
well, you know what, Drew? I mean, you could actually trace a lot of the parallels to what's going on right now with Afghanistan all the way back to Vietnam. Very, very similar set of circumstances. Mm-hmm. They pulled out suddenly. They left a whole lot of shit behind, a whole lot of people that wanted to get out of the country that got stuck there. And we all know that how that worked out for a lot of the South Vietnamese at the end of that conflict.
Yeah, so they're basically telling people that any Americans trapped in Afghanistan, we cannot guarantee your security, your safety. So they're telling people like, yeah, you can try to make your way to the airport to get in one of those planes that's leaving, but we can't guarantee your safety getting there. What the hell? They're American citizens. American fucking
Didn't they execute
citizens.
a journalist from CNN or something like that?
Yeah, they already executed a journalist, dude. We know what the Taliban's about, but it's just, this is fucking ridiculous.
You mean to tell me that the new and improved, warm and fuzzy, non-terrorist Taliban actually executed a journalist? Oh, imagine my shock that they would have done something like that.
Did you hear that shit that they were saying that they were hoping that the Taliban could have a very diverse government?
Yes. I laughed. I'm like, if you're looking for a diverse government, you obviously understand nothing about Islam whatsoever. You do understand that, like, they're basically I don't want to castigate this. I don't want to offend anybody, but I mean, the hardcore, what we're looking at here, these aren't your moderate, normal, everyday. I had Muslim neighbors in the last neighborhood I looked at. Wonderful, amazing, kind human beings, wonderful people. So I don't want to put this on all of them, because it's not. It is not. But these people, the Taliban, what they represent, the sect of that religion that they practice, which governs their everyday life, because there is no separation of church and state there. And they aren't warm and fuzzy. They don't they're very non-progressive when it comes to their outlook on gay marriage, for example. They stone gays and throw them off roofs and all that. Women are property, things of the like.
Well, they do they say here that they're gonna guarantee women's rights under the limits of Islam.
Yeah, women's rights to be treated like property.
Well, yeah, see, that's the key right there. The limits of Islam.
Yeah,
which, by the way, under and let's get this straight, okay? Like, specifically Sharia law. When you follow the limits of Islam and that interpretation, what rights are there? I think that's a pretty short list. If we're being nice by saying a pretty short list.
They're gonna guarantee that women have rights. All right, you can breathe maybe if we tell you to, or you can go to the bathroom when we tell you to.
Shut the fuck up and put on this burqa.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
it.
That's basically what they're going to tell them.
Yep.
People need to stop worrying about all these rights. What are these rights? What do they mean? Stop it.
Hail to our boy Sam McCabe, and hail to Mackany Draws, who just joined us. What's up, Mac?
I'm doing good. I just came from a physical, and everything's all good, so nothing to worry about. So I'm all fresh, ready to go.
How many fingers did they use, Mock? How many fingers?
Luckily, not enough. Luckily, not that many.
They didn't like grab your. Yeah, never. All right. Hail. What a comment from Tina here. We spent so much money on Afghanistan. There should have been enough funds to hunt down and personally strangle every member of the Taliban at some point in the last 20 years.
Yeah. My stance on this is I kind of agree with everybody else. We shouldn't have been there in the first place. We shouldn't have intervened in the first place. That's kind of where I stand is because I think it wasn't like because watching like Razor Fist's video and watching a few other people videos of it, it wasn't going to change. There was no way it could have. So this is. I feel like a lot of it probably was for nothing, but it really depends on how you see it. Now, I do want to joke about one thing is, does somebody want to tell them about what they're doing with the Uyghur Muslims in China? I'm just saying, you know. Somebody don't want to tell them, you know.
If you look at it, was it about a week ago? China came in when all this started to kind of fall, all the dominoes started to fall down. China came out and endorsed the Taliban as the new form of government. And right then and there, I'm going, I got a question. And we're just gonna be like, okay, go ahead, China, endorse these terrorist sons of bitches as a governing body of a country that's a linchpin in the Middle East. It really is, and we have so much invested in it. And I saw a comment, Resvgram, W star, W star. That's don't get me started on that son of a bitch.
My stance is it's like watching. You don't have the whole thing.
I agree.
You don't have the whole thing of the left eating itself. Yeah, like eat each other out. That's kind of how
they are at the moment. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
To be fair, W didn't start it either. His dad did.
Their family's been in bed with the Saudis and everybody else over there with their oil ties. Those and to be fair, look at how people so the left stands on George W. Bush. Look at how it is softened. They're like, "Aw, he's cute now," Like they do. They do. They like are. Yep. They're like they've endeared him.
If you pay attention to the pictures. And I know that you've seen them. Most of us have seen them. You guys have seen the pictures where Obama's posing with him, and Biden and Bill.
That's the thing. It's like this whole thing has been going through multiple. I repeat, multiple administrations over the years. Mm-hmm. So, it wasn't going to work out, and I think and I was in the camp. It's like we should have brought our boys back home, especially at least during the Obama administration. I think it was it's realized that this is one of those situations where we just have to take an L. There's not going to be that much changes.
Well, you know what? The Russians tried for a number of years, and the Russians couldn't do anything there between Afghanistan and Pakistan either. And eventually they said, "The hell with this," and they left. I mean, and the Russians were equating it to their, as their Vietnam at the time.
Yep. Arwen is exactly, she was just confirming what you guys were saying. The Chinese government signs off on it. That's a red flag in itself.
Yep.
And that's exactly
no pun intended.
Yeah, exactly. Pun intended. But I mean, it's absolutely crazy though. Like, the amount of either sheer stupidity or arrogance on Biden's part.
I say both. I think it's both.
I don't think.
I would say it's leaning more towards arrogance.
Here's the deal, Makani, and this was I think one of the biggest failings in all this is number one, okay, he threw out the Trump plan, which had contingencies in there to, make sure that the drawdown was done and it was militarily covered so that all the assets got destroyed, everything got out how it should be, and they were going to make sure that things were covered so that there weren't casualties. But he threw that plan out. Then the generals tried to come with some other advice and tried to get him to consider, his own plan, but with elements of the other one. And he said no to that. And he just said, no, I want everything out now, like a petulant little child. And they did this whole haphazard withdrawal that is going to, in the end, possibly cost tens of thousands of lives. And this is, and to me, that, when you put a price of that many deaths on it, I want, the majority of Americans wanted to see the men and women come home, but not in this manner and not at this price.
It's a case where, like, I love this country, I absolutely do, but one of my criticisms I do see over my time being alive is that, listen, this is a situation, we shouldn't be like a world police. We really shouldn't. We shouldn't be sticking our nose in everybody else's business. Let people do let people do their own thing. We focus on our own and focus on what's going on our own soil. And we shouldn't intervene unless they really need to, unless if it knocks on our doorstep, then we'll consider, then we'll think about it, then we'll say, okay, let's see how this plays out, but let's not just go and just be like a world police. Let everything sort out, do anything, focus on our own. I do think that was a mistake. And
right there.
That's a good
You're welcome. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he walked over. He's like, that's my A10 Warthog, punk. He did. Them's my 50 cals.
I mean, but here's the thing. And Cabatano, has it right. He said Taliban now has drones, Black Hawk choppers, MRAPs, and Humvees, and not to mention,
it's like
the fucking arsenal. Did you see the goddamn arsenal of like?
I heard they got Transformers as well.
I think the best way to describe it is just like, it's like trying to help someone. It's trying to help like a friend who's like I guess like a crack addict or something. It's like at some point, all that effort, it's just waste now. It's you can't change it, and that's how I see it here. It's just like it's just, there's some things in life. It's just, you're just gonna have to take the L.
Yeah,
you're correct.
Take that.
Once a crackhead, always a crackhead.
Here's the thing: when it comes to isolationist policies, they don't work. We were an isolationist country all the way up until World War II. That's why we stayed out of it until Japan came over here and gave us a black eye for no good reason and drug us into the war. People are going to, especially in this modern era, people are going to attack us if for no reason other than the fact that by hurting us, you weaken the infrastructure of basically the global economy. You weaken all of your enemies, especially if you're a terrorist organization. And as for the idea that Biden is calling any of these shots, I don't buy that. Like, that dude can barely fucking put 3 words together.
I think
he ain't calling no shots here, not even a little bit.
I think Resergam's onto something, and I don't know.
So too.
I don't know your opinion on this, guys, but I think this might be spot on right here because this was under
that was
the
one of
radar.
my first thoughts. Absolutely.
Well, what the hell?
These people are dumb.
They provided the original Taliban with the weapons, and they pretty much funded them to begin with anyway.
Don't forget the heroin.
Well, that goes back to Tommy. That goes all the way back to '79, when because Jimmy Carter's the one that originally funded the Mujahideen.
Does anybody remember the gun walking that the CIA did in Mexico, and then that Border Patrol agent got killed, and then they found out that the guns came from the fucking U.S. government giving them to the cartel?
That's Operation Fast and Furious right there.
Thank you. What the fuck do you think this was? What the fuck do you think on a grand scale? On a grand scale, it's like, hey, assholes, here, take this and start messing shit up, and we're just gonna sit back and watch the world burn, because that's basically what's happening.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the Tally Me Bananas. They also have a huge market in heroin. Okay. That's
maybe. Wow. You know what? That's something
they have for decades.
Hold on. You know what? I think it calls for this.
Spending $150 million on cocaine would make sense.
Well, I was going to say the ETEP. I think you got a ETEP. I think you're onto something. I think we need to. I think this is a situation we need to bring the Toretto family in this one.
Hey, it's all about family. It's all about family.
No, I think it's just the next step. Listen, the COVID wasn't enough. It didn't do enough. People are resisting it. So hide your kids, hide your wife, because 9/11's coming up, and I smell it.
Well, I think that I honestly do think that there is going to be a massive false flag that's going to happen.
And mark my words. Mark my words. I'm going to say this with how the situation is going on here, and with everybody so divided, we cannot handle another September 11th, because that's just going to put divide even more.
Oh yeah, well that's what they're trying to do though, Makani. So you got to understand, when we get into the whole discussion of the way that we go back to where those families are tied up, and chat called it, we called it, the Bushes, the Clintons, they're all the same side of the coin, man. They're all globalists.
Yep.
And they're all involved in big time resources of one kind or another. So anybody that's tied up in major resources, whether it be the fossil fuels, whether it be, whether it be banking, whether it be things of that nature, you're going to have the stroke. And that's who the elites have in their club. All the people that control the resources.
Of course.
The main families and all the ones that have heavy investment in it.
Rothschilds, Bushes, it's all the same. It's all the same. We know this. I've been telling people this for nearly 20 years now. Infowars.com. You guys know it. All right? You know it. We're doing the research. I'm hashtagging again. Alex is right. Of course, Alex is right. I've been right.
Yeah, but the thing is so that there are chess moves across the board in play right now. There's going to be false flags coming.
And don't forget a reinforced Patriot Act on the way.
Dude, that's most definite case. I think you're right, spot on about that too.
Right on. They should bring the Patriot Act back. Who needs to worry about freedom?
Because
don't worry about it.
What's in here? Go fuck yourself. Your father's a Nazi. You're a Nazi. You're a piece of shit.
Why don't you go get jabbed, you little fat bastard? Don't you come at me. I will hold you over the railing, and I will say, my arm is getting weak, fatty. I might have to drop you. Get triple vaxxed. Shut up. Know your place. And stop worried about your freedoms.
Hey, who wants to hear my mixtape on? Who wants to hear my mixtape on SoundCloud under the rap name Drew B. Grotmo? It's me, Andrew Cuomo, fool. Drew B. Grotmo.
Nobody wants to hear that.
There's only one rat here. I don't know what the hell that was. I think he got vaxxed. He got double vaxxed. The Fauci is the only one.
I think it was a quad vax, man.
Trust the science. Great Fauci.
That was great. Oh, that clip of comics is great. But, no, the thing is though, it's when you see all this connecting, you can pretty much start to tell like a couple moves ahead what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And like Gay said, I really think there's going to be an expansion to the Patriot Act, because think about it. They've got all this resistance right now, people pushing against, the vaccine mandates, things like that. And if they expand the Patriot Act, guess what? Yeah, nobody can.
Well, that was the thing, Drew. Like, after they used the Patriot Act for what they were using it for, to try to hunt down terrorists and everything, they were supposed to originally repeal that act, and they never did. They dumbed it down a little bit, but they never repealed it. They never took it out of service. And now they're just going to amp it back up.
You know how many of these acts were supposed to be repealed?
All of them.
All of them. Taxation. Taxation only started off as a war tax.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It started off as a war tax during World War II, and the IRS became so powerful, and they seen how much money they were dragging in. They were like, "Hey, why should we change this? We'll just leave it in play." People will forget about why it started.
Well,
that's why you can't. I don't know why you can't get it through these dummies' heads. Like, you give government power, it's never coming back. They're never giving it back, ever.
No.
Global tyranny at the highest level. You know it. They're going to do the insurrection.
It's like prying. I was going to say, it's like prying a toy away from a child.
Yep, exactly, Makani.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a very good analogy, dude. Because you're spot on. But here's the thing: in the span of 24 hours, and this is how bad that this has reduced just the influence and the stature of the United States and the international community. If you think about it, in the span of 24 hours, now you have China openly being provocative, making moves, and really rattling the saber that they're going to go into Taiwan now, because they basically said, well, the U.S. can't save you. We're going to come take your shit. So they're telling Taiwan they're going to come in there. And then you have, on top of that, on the other side of things, China just waiting, because as soon as this transition's complete, guess what? They're going to start snatching up territory in Afghanistan, because they're just going to throw some money at the Arabs, and boy, those Taliban dudes are going to be like, oh, money, okay. There you go.
I think everybody forgets one thing about what's really going to happen with all this shit. Because if they get ramped up enough, who's sitting all alone out there? Israel.
Yep. And that's the problem, is Biden, they won't support Israel, even though they're one of our staunchest allies. They won't support them because it's fine under this administration to be openly anti-Semitic. They've normalized it. They've shamed people for trying to call out exactly what they're fucking doing. And all I got to say to the Biden administration is they gotta. You've got to do better. They got to do better. They got to do better.
You're in love with that clip, E-Tip.
I am. Listen. Normally I wouldn't be, but I don't know.
Well, that's not the case
here.
Yeah. How many devices do you have those on?
I think I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
I have them on every one of them. I take Grace with me wherever I go.
Word, Yoda.
You're going to see me, Grace, Randolph, and Mike Zero on a stream one day together. It's going to be fucking glorious. It's going to be fucking glorious. It's going to be fucking glorious. I can't wait till the restraining order hits.
Yeah, BD, I would not be surprised if he did. But see, that's a problem too, though. Like, if you look at what's happening in Israel, like a lot of the stuff in their government, the globalists have ties in there too. They have ties like all over the place. It's like it's so screwed up right now. And see, that's the thing. They think that they have essentially the world within their grasp, and they're just going to continue this iron grip on it, because what it is they're like trying to mix up all the countries in a blender, make all this chaos, have the UN come in and, quote, restore order, and then boom, there's your one world government, because they're going to say, look, we saved you, so we're just going to reshape everything.
Yeah, and it's this whole like some countries are allowed to be like patriotic, but others aren't allowed to be,
Yeah, I don't know. Some races are allowed to be proud of their heritage, and some aren't. It's the same thing,
right? Yeah, but that's what the EU's been doing to a lot of those countries. They've been beating the national pride out of them for freaking years.
What are the chances of Biden being voted out of office? I don't think he's going to make it because, listen, here's the thing. All right, and Jack Posobiec tweeted this yesterday. There was already talk behind the scenes, I guess, privately, people in Kamala's camp that said, there's whispers about calling the 25th Amendment on.
I've been saying that since Trump. That's why they tried to do it to Trump. That is exactly what they were fucking doing. Because I'm sorry, I'm going to go off on a little bit of a rant here.
Article 25, it's called, Joe.
They beta tested it on Donald Trump and trying to say he was mentally unfit for office. They weren't trying to get him out of office with that. They knew what was going to happen with the election. This is, like I said, this is going to sound weird, but they knew it was going to happen. They knew that there's no way that Pop gets elected with more votes and a greater fervor from the young African-American voting base than the first black president did. I'm sorry, there's no way. There's no way that black people en masse were like,
for a second.
Makani, who are you looking at? Who represents me better, the first black president or some old-ass white dude who's been sucking the government teat for 49 fucking years and called inner-city schools with predominantly black populaces war zones and ghettos and said he didn't want to send his kids to an inner-city jungle? This is the piece of shit that got more votes from the black voting base than the first black president. Get the fuck out of here.
And now, don't forget his hooded friends that he had, too.
Robert Byrd.
Biden's plan for everything. Oh, you know the thing.
But Etep, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black.
So did we get Makani in the racial draft? I'm trying to figure this out. What happened?
We do have him.
I did, but I'm still black.
Yeah. So. I don't know. I think the shot's working. Your hand's starting to look very white to me.
Oh my God! I'm turning white.
Commander Ed Straker Shadow makes a great point here. He says there's a problem with Afghanistan because it's a series of family tribal groups loosely organized under the Taliban, which is basically herding cats. It's basically from Alexander the Great onward. So it's been a shit show in that country for centuries.
Millennia.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, I got the documents. They are going to take Biden out. Doesn't matter. They might even take out Harris because nobody likes that bitch. But I think what they're going to do, they're going to put Pelosi in power. You're going to see something really sick and twisted happen. Insurrection Act on all of us. It's going to be vax against unvaxxed. Watch. They're going to do it. I've been telling you people. Hashtag Alex Jones was right. Infowars.com.
Erwin, that hot sauce shit, it cracked me up for weeks. I was laughing about that for weeks. Anybody see that interview with Hillary?
Yeah.
She's on a black TV show. They're like, what's one thing you always keep in your purse? Oh, hot sauce. You know. In her fake Southern accent.
It combats the coronavirus. I told her that. She trusted me. I'm a doctor.
No, it panders to black voters. That's what it does, apparently, in her mind.
Hillary had that bitch had tapatio sauce too. I'm like, wait a minute, who are you trying to pander to? No, but seriously, like she did. She turns that fake Southern accent on and off at will. It's like
she's as bad as friggin' Pocahontas, dude.
Bitch, where's your purse? Let me see.
That's what Pocahontas learned it.
Who's blacker, Rachel Dolezal, Hillary Clinton, or Talcum X, Sean King? I mean,
I'm gonna have to go with Talcum on this one.
I'm gonna go with Rachel Dolezal on this one.
and she's Norwegian. She's like Swedish. I'm like, how is she? How? Like, wait, I'm blacker than Rachel Dolezal. I mean, how does that even work? How does this even work?
It doesn't take much effort. It doesn't take much effort to be blacker than Talcum.
You know what? I love every time Kevin Sorbo gets into this kind of shit. His latest one is Biden demands whoever the president is take full responsibility for this medicine.
Well, I don't know about you,
motherfucker.
I don't know about you people, but I pander to the southern crowd. I keep grits in my pockets at all times.
Give me some of your instead of give me some of your tots, I'm kicking them in the pocket. Give me some of your grits. He's like, no, go away. I'm hungry. Those are my grits.
Commander Ed Straker Shadow.
I'm just saying.
I vote
just
for
saying, we
Malcolm
just
X and Rachel's love child is black.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all need some good old Southern ass whooping. That's all, y'all. I think that we all be a lot better off. We just bring back.
That's right. Let's all go out and let's get them the switches that they're going to need to spank them.
Yeah.
Let's get some. Hell, let's bring some of my East Coast brothers in here. Let's go. All right.
Shane, I did see that New Zealand is on full lockdown over one case of the coup. That is exactly true.
Did you see their prime minister smoking crack?
Was that video? Are you serious about that? Was that?
There's video of her smoking crack.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, my God.
Fantastic people.
I saw the fine ass governor. What is it? South Dakota. That chick riding a fucking horse down the fucking like leading a fucking like some kind of march. I was like, I like her. I'm like, why can't our female governor be like that? We got a dead-eyed Kristen Stewart looking bitch killing old people, putting them in nursing homes like Cuomo.
I was gonna say, wait, okay, now I'm interested in moving to South Dakota now.
Oh, it was at Sturgis. She was at the Sturgis rally, riding a fucking horse like that. I was like,
Christy Nome.
Yeah. I was like, look at her go. I'm like, hell yeah.
Tell me more about her.
I was gonna say you need to lock that stuff. You need to lock that down.
Wait,
YouTube me says Brisbane shut down over 9 tests. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the answer is no, Glinzer, but she probably fucked him.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm gonna look the other way.
Oh wow! Look, we got Steven.
Oh, hello, Steve.
It's just
hello,
Steve. I think over what's going on in the Middle East, I think they could have used some Waltons. I think you could. Everything would have been just fine. I think we need to bring.
You need Fauch. No, I'm sorry. You need the Fauch. You need the Fauch everywhere.
I think we need some
airdrop.
To bring everything.
You think if Walton were there screaming, "We do not kneel," they would have just turned and ran like bitches.
No. We what? But we do not kneel.
I got a picture of the newly diverse Taliban leadership here. This is exclusive. I just got this sent to me from my sources in the Middle East. There's the newly diverse Taliban leadership.
Nice.
Yes,
they're all about women's rights.
Nice.
I love
that they had a televised conference.
Look at they're diverse.
Isn't that guy in the middle kind of look like Mike Zero a little bit?
Yeah.
He's the Taliban from the future.
The one on the far left is
that's crazy.
Hello, praise Mike. I'm Mike Zero. Praise be Allah from the future. Death to infidels.
Did you see the CNN reporter who was in the middle of them?
Oh, that's right. She was like,
that to America,
but they seem.
She was wrapped up like Biden's undergarments.
Damn.
Oh God.
Spending $150 million on cocaine would make sense.
Seems to be the best option at this point.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think what they do is if they really want to get a good representative, go over there and talk to the Taliban and maybe get things worked out and get everything diverse. They need to send that cross-dressing guy down there to do all the the negotiations because I think he'd be
ambassador
perfect.
to Afghanistan. Absolutely,
yeah, that's gonna work well.
Get on the plane, you little bitch.
That's how you do it.
We'll polish your nails on the way
Are
over.
you talking about the one that's been at libraries in Britain? That guy?
No, man.
Okay.
I can never look at Mike Zero the same now.
I'm sorry.
I'm here to tell you it was not me. It wasn't me.
I knew it. You're a fucking terrorist. I knew it.
I came from the future. I am not a member of the Taliban. I'm a simple Star Wars YouTuber that nobody's ever seen in the same room with the Taliban.
That sounds legit.
This is what the man with the AK-47 told me to say.
Oh man. Speaking of Superman, Adam Cheyenne, what's up, dude? Great to see you. Oh man, we're on a roll right now. But it's good to have a laugh in the midst of all this. But yeah, I mean, it really, truly, right now, globally, it is a shit show at the moment because you got if the dominoes fall a certain way, and I don't want to say that we're headed towards those, two letters and number like WW3, but I'm just saying it could blow that way very easily.
If we do end up there, my question is, will America be on the right side this time?
I don't know, dude. Not with
Doesn't sound like it.
It's hard to say with this administration because it's a rudderless ship. There's nobody in charge. Well, actually, there is somebody in charge.
They just don't live in this country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Klaus Schwab.
Yeah. Oh man.
Never mind.
Commander Instinct.
It's just, it's just like at times like this. It's just like sometimes the only thing you can do just kind of get through it is just laugh. Just look back and just laugh.
Yeah.
And clean your guns.
Yes. Great to see you. Yeah,
properly store your ammunition.
I mean,
yes.
We're going to have to. I mean, because one of the things that the populace is going to have to do at this point is arm up. Because if we don't, we are screwed. Because one of the first things, if you notice, that the Taliban did, as soon as they came back in power, they went and confiscated all the guns from people. So
can't imagine why.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it just. I mean, you gotta protect yourself.
Solution 1776. That's the solution to today's problems.
Corn Pop gets his revenge. He's the new leader of the Taliban since Windsor.
Corn Pop's a bad dude.
Yeah, he's a bad dude. Oh, jeez, oh man,
that's crazy.
The world
they even warned me about Corn Pop. They said, "Don't fuck with him."
It's an entire circus. It is a circus.
Yes, it is.
Just clowns all over.
Everyone,
and this is I think this is the funniest thing though. Really, when it comes to the Biden administration, they sat there and they pissed and moaned about Trump not taking things seriously and him being on golf courses. What happens the first time something serious happens? He's on a plane taking off going somewhere. Kamala's nowhere to be seen. Nobody wants to have anything to do with it, and they had the nerve to talk about somebody else being on a golf course. Really?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
They always got to bring it back to Trump. Don't you know that?
As long as the bad orange man is gone, everything is all right. Pay no attention to shock Nicolas Cage face staring at Machiny's ass.
Well, yeah, hey, did any of you guys see what they were talking about in some of those feeds when they were talking about all the guns and everything that they took, all the weapons that they took over there in Afghanistan? One of the things that came right off the top from one of the blue check marks, well, this was all Trump's fault because he put plans in motion that Biden couldn't stop. That's what they're trying to claim now.
Oh my God!
I strongly disagree because, like I said before,
he couldn't deal with them so that they wouldn't fucking attack Israel.
Mm-hmm.
He literally made fucking peace in the Middle East before Biden stepped in, and then Biden undid all of that.
No, they absolutely did.
Yeah.
So what horse shit? They're gonna keep going. Hey, it's raining outside while they're throwing fucking their own piss in your face. They're disgusting. These people.
Well, they at the press briefing today, apparently the national security advisor said they can't even commit to bringing back all the Americans that are stuck there right now. I mean, he said, I'm not going to comment on hypotheticals. And so, because some member of the media actually had the cojones to ask, so basically, you can't guarantee you're going to try to bring the Americans back.
Yeah, bring the boys back home.
Yeah,
no. I think to them, they're all expendable because they're probably Trumpers anyway.
Yeah, they can't bring back. I mean,
really.
I disagree. No, I disagree strongly on that.
There's a combination of soldiers probably left, not to mention civilian contractors, not to mention journalists, not to mention you name it. But there's a ton of American citizens left over there, and they just basically said, "Yeah, we can't guarantee we're going to bring them home." I mean, are you serious?
Don't forget the Afghans who were helping all the people from America, and they turned their back on these pieces of shit. Now what? They're going to be hunted down like dogs. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This shit is absolutely bananas what they did. This is insane.
But what is the solution? Is there a solution?
For them, they don't care. They don't care. Whoever's stuck there right now, they're expendable. If we could happen to get a few of them home, great. If not, no big deal. That's how they're looking at it.
Could you imagine if Trump was in office, how they'd be painting this?
Oh my God.
Geez. It would everything would fall in his lap. Yeah, he would have been tried for treason or so. You know, they would have thrown everything at him and had him dragged out of office. You know,
Nancy would be walking with her dick pens as we speak, getting ready to sign those articles. Listen, something that really stood out to me was after Biden's, if you want to call that a speech yesterday, they had, since Biden never answers any questions from the press, right? They had one of his goofy deputies, press secretaries, answering questions. And one of the reporters asked a question. He said, so since this isn't technically, a country that's been taken by force, and we left of our own accord, does this mean, since we have a policy against, working with countries who are taken by force, does this mean that you are open to work with the Taliban? Mm-hmm. Motherfucker would not answer the question. Just danced and danced and danced. Wow. So I think you can take that as a straight yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great,
isn't it?
That's
wonderful.
That's
but Jen
just
Psaki,
what I want to hear.
Jen Psaki says, what was it that she said? We'll see how what they're gonna benefit or not to the world right now. As you know, the new people who took over. Like she's literally talking as if, oh yeah, they're just in power now, so that's who we're going to be dealing with. Excuse me. Holy shitballs.
That's fucking insanity.
I guess the CIA didn't need any more heroin.
Right?
It's crazy.
That's my opinion! That's my opinion!
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So I'm just like, it's just like, it feels like, it does feel like it's a world of supervillains. Everybody it's like everybody is a supervillain. It's just like, do we really have any heroes left? I mean, we still do. We still have plenty. It's just
Mike Lindell. It
feels like a lot of the heroes are more false heroes,
True.
heroes who are really villains.
Drew,
it's
would
just
you
like
do me a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
Would you highlight 30 after the hour, Donaldson?
Let's see.
Thank you. Oh my God, Drew, produce.
Is that the enema? The enema?
No. I'm trying to pick on somebody, and Drew's slowing it out. Oh, there you go. No, honey, it didn't work. That's the wrong account. That is a 761, Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Thank you. All right.
My friends, look. Take it from diverse Taliban. You will all be fine. Nobody will be harmed. That to America. But seriously, my friends, you can trust us here. You can trust us. We are good. Look, we are all diverse. Look at Ahmed over there, different beard. And Ahmed 3 over here has slight sideburns. Very diverse. Look, we have different outfits on,
That's
not
a
uniforms.
Very diverse crowd of rifles.
Dude, nothing beats Mike Zero to Taliban. I'm sorry.
Well, they're going to be very accepting of the LGBTQRSTUV community.
We give them free rides off a roof.
And sometimes
it's fine.
why?
At least one of them is non-binary. I'm saying it's the fat guy in the front looking at his dick.
Hey, leave Chaz Bono alone.
Like, do I identify with this small thing?
I was like, yeah. You joke, Stephen, but that's how it's going to be, though. you joke, but watch Twitter. Twitter is going to be like, it's like these guys are like, Alpha, anti-terrorists and stuff. But what do they identify? Do you get and make sure you use their preferred pronouns?
Why are the Taliban's preferred pronouns "death to America"? I thought they were our friends. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Yeah. It's going to be. Yeah, you're right, because the far lefties they're going to protect them and go, they're native or whatever they're going to say whatever they need to say, and just ignore the fact that these are the same people that will kill you if you don't worship the right way. And by the right way, I mean the most stringent conservative Islamic way.
You mean pray to the Fauch?
Listen, I feel like I don't want to trust the elephant. I feel like I want to trust the elephant in the room, but it really is that, do you really think that, your ideology of communism and socialism is going to work well with Islam? You really think that's going to work well?
Back, there is no religions left. There is no Allah. There is only Fauci. Okay.
Yeah,
but I mean, they're not thinking.
Buy my candles.
That's going to be two tastes. That's going to be two tastes that taste great together.
And
yeah, they've been programmed, and then they regurgitate that program. But what they're doing isn't thought.
No. Yeah.
Well, I want to see the Believe All Women crowd deal with the same types of people who will
yeah. It's just kind of hashtag Me Too and Time's Up movement and all that.
It's just kind of a blank stare, man.
Just have to sit back. Really, it's just like,
don't do that. I feel weirdly aroused by that. Please don't do that again. I don't want to feel like that ever again, Drew. Please.
I like the version with the elevator music.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll have to grab that one too. Oh man.
My God, I mean,
Cabatania says, on a brighter side, Laura Prepon is no longer an active member of Scientology. Oh, that's good for her.
All right, she broke out of the cult.
Yeah, man. I was just glad Leah Remini got out. Because, man, when she got out, she looked hotter. No lie.
Yep.
I kind of had a bit of a thing for Leah Remini, not going to lie.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So
we in the Taliban fully support Leah Remini. We are glad to see she left Scientology. Now she can join us.
Yeah,
not to belong to us. Not that women are property of the Taliban, but trust us. Trust us.
Speaking of that, bro, get this. Yeah, they say they're going to be like tolerant of women, and they're already like marrying off forced marriages, like grabbing chicks off the street, like, all right, you're marrying this warrior, you're marrying this warrior, you're marrying this warrior.
Ahmed, you get a wife, and you get a wife. They're passing out like Oprah's Book of the Month. They're like, these are human beings. You can't do this. Like, what the these, like, I joke, but seriously though, it's pathetic. And then, like I said, all these people over here who are quote unquote, believe women must be, believed, trusted, revered, put on a pedestal. Where are they now? They're not saying anything. They're not saying a damn thing, because you talk about human rights violations. Yeah. Buckle up, buckaroo. Because
women most affected.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. Oh God, this is just it's so ass backwards the way these people in power here handle everything. It's like when something actually bad happens, they're just like meh, and God forbid, somebody makes a mean tweet, heaven forbid, that we had a great economy, last guy, had the economy cooking again, things are going right financially, and now we can't even have that. They're just like, so a fucking country we've got billions and billions of fucking dollars invested in protecting, we're just gonna let it go because why the fuck not? I mean,
that's what we need. Maybe we need to send mean tweets to them. Like, reality, maybe it works,
I guess. I mean,
you want to trigger the Taliban?
Hashtag cancel. Try to cancel them.
Well, Did you see ETEP? Did you see that the one Taliban dude was giving the press conference? I think it was today or late yesterday, where because Biden gave his and he didn't take any questions, and then the Taliban dude actually did take questions, and then during that presser, the Taliban dude called out Facebook. He's like, he's like, yeah, Facebook censors people. Why don't you talk to them about that? We don't do that.
Okay. That was base.
Hold on. Well,
fucking base Taliban.
Sentence. Could you imagine this ever being uttered? The Taliban had a press conference. In the middle of their press conference, they said, "Go to Twitter."
Oh God, that would cause Twitter to have a meltdown.
What kind of fucking world are we living in right now? Please.
Yeah,
we have an ex-president who's been banned. He's been banned off of Twitter, but the Taliban. Oh my God.
Well, here, look at because this will tell you right here. And now after the Taliban guy called him out, look what happens. Facebook bans Taliban accounts under danger. Oh my God! I mean, you can't make this shit up.
You can't. I don't know. Maybe we could make this work in our favor. We can get some of them based, make some of them inside based. They start calling out the big tech giants to get it banned. It somehow works itself out. Hey, culture.
Yeah.
Culture's not saying anything.
He's in shock.
There's a first time. There's a first time for everything.
Yeah, man.
No, that is just the face of somebody who's gotten quadruple vaxxed. He's fine. Don't worry about it. Carry on.
Hail, New Bomb Turk. What is up, dude? Great to see you, buddy.
Hail the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yeah, everybody.
Man, this is like the chat's lit tonight.
Elon Musk is right. Let's go on a rocket and get the fuck off Earth.
I mean, at this point, it probably wouldn't be that bad, to be honest.
I feel both.
Oh shit! I was just dancing back there.
I feel as though I'm being accused of something and strangely aroused at the same time. Please stop doing that. Thank you.
Is that what they call it, Gray?
Can we acknowledge the greatness of New Bomb Turk's name? That is such a boss ass Hollywood fucking Nights reference.
Nice, man.
Yeah, that's a fucking dope ass name. I love that movie. That Robert Wool and Stuart Pankin. New Bomb, is that you? He's farting Ovalari into the fucking tuba. I'm sorry. That's just that fucking movie is so funny.
Say no to drugs, kids.
Yeah. Drewby Grabmo in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Catch my mixtape on SoundCloud. Drewby Grabbing Mo.
Oh, man.
All the stories from the governor's mansion. The flip side.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. ETEP, that's his first album, Governor's Mansion.
Governor's Mansion.
He's so sexy. I wanna knock on your door and I wanna grope you.
Oh my God! I'm telling you, man. When Wake Down gets back to his computer. See, we gotta watch out doing this stream, because man, he's gonna have like meme gold out of this whole show.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of work ahead of me. I have like a backlog of people's entire 4-hour live streams that there's like 20 videos in that folder so far.
Oh man, watch out, Steven.
Plant a tree for your tomorrow. Plant a tree for the Waltons to come.
Actually, Stephen, he's creating a new He's going to create a new organization, the Talabranch.
Look at you, Mahogany.
Trees to America.
Look at you. Pulling one out.
Everybody's got jokes today. That's great.
Yeah, Mahogany just flopped it out, bro.
Hey, Drew, I wanted to put this out there for Mahogany so he could see our new ambassador to the Middle East.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
No, God, that's
Oh,
What
God.
the hell is that?
Oh, weird, dude.
Oh,
man.
I have a feeling them's going to go for a helicopter ride.
Oh God! Yeah, Jesus. Oh, that's so bad.
Hey, you identify as they them. Why don't you step into the helicopter? Come on, my friend. We're going to go for a ride. You are not coming back.
I just love that Gaze has that fucking thing on loop.
You see, they're taking this guy out of the back of the helicopter. They're like, "Hey, U.S., here is your diversity advisor back. We don't need him anymore. Just throwing him out. We told you we would drop you off. We didn't say what the altitude would be.
We didn't say literally. Well, yeah, we didn't say it was if it was literally.
They would be doing it in pieces, a decapitated head first, maybe a foot. They'll keep his junk.
Oh, hey, you know what, Steven? Tina Bojan loves you. She said, "I'm here to defend Steven's honor. To whom do I need to challenge?"
Because everybody hates me but you. Thank you.
We do not, Steven. We love you.
Steven's a good guy.
She's probably taller than him.
She's the guy.
Everybody's taller than Waldonis.
He's gonna hide behind her.
Listen, guys, Steven's right.
Tina's going to cast over a shadow over him.
There's so many beneficial things you can get from trees. We're making great pills over on Infowars.com. They're fantastic. They keep the wood going. The vitality, you gotta feel like you're in your 20s again. I swear to God.
I'm going to hand the reins for a second to Mr. Eteb while I step to the men's room. So
I just
be right back.
Did you feel compelled to pick up your shake weight, Drew?
Like, in all joking aside, joking aside, do you think somebody's gonna tell them that Chad has been doing this to their people for a while? I'm just saying.
Are you speaking about the Uyghurs? Is the
exactly.
Uyghur Muslims? Yeah. And what's the Taliban's response to that going to be like? Well, we gotta win some, we gotta lose some here. No, I mean it's like it's like they're kind of being backhandedly double crossed, but they have to know. They have to be aware of what China's doing, and I think it's it's kind of a balance of power thing for them.
Balance of power. They double cross themselves. They basically turned it their own backs, man. If that's the case.
Yeah, they are, and it's like because they got what they wanted, so it's like you win. So you win some and you lose some kind of thing. It's like, is the collateral damage worth what they're getting in return for it?
Radicals in the region, though.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, there's. Yeah, because it's going to be more like the Old West. You have no governing body there. As much as they say they're a governing body, it's a localized system of warlords. I mean, it's Mad Max, basically, with the U.S. weapons now, which is fantastic.
No, they still have a leader.
To be fair, they had U.S. weapons for decades.
They've had them, they've had them since, the late 70s. So,
right.
I mean, it's so I mean, you've got it's a whole mess over there now, and I mean, we're not going to clean it up. I mean, we tried that, it didn't work, obviously, and well, I mean, it's not our troops' fault. I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming the leadership. What I'm blaming are the politicians that dip their hands into the military's job and try to do it for them based on what their poll numbers say, as opposed to what's best for the region and the denizens of the region. And us turning our back on them is not going to help anybody. It's destabilization of a region.
Look at what they do just regionally within our own country. Just for the political purposes, they try and segregate, or they try to impose beliefs on people that don't want to accept them. They're completely contradictory to the idea of freedom, and that is the same exact mentality that goes into what has been the manipulators that have been into what the military has been doing over there in that region for 20 some odd years. I mean, even longer than that, for real. I mean, since the Afghan-Russian war. It's all been about manipulation in that part of the world, especially in the Middle East, since the turn of the last century, since World War I.
Exactly.
It's a testing ground. It's a proving ground. It's a place that has resources and is not valued by the West or the East. And they're looked at as barbarians.
It's what they said, a graveyard of empires, basically.
Right.
Well, people want to act like manifest destiny still isn't a thing, and it's like, yes, it is, but it's on a much different scale now. You're not, lining up, thousands of troops on a battlefield and just the last man standing wins. No, it's much more cerebral than that in some cases, or in some cases of the Taliban, just through brute force. But that's not going to work on a large scale. They have to be, it's basically what they're going to, their thing is guerrilla warfare. I mean, it is. It's guerrilla warfare. And the U.S. is we're just going to sit back on our hands now under this leadership. And, it's I don't want to see our troops go into another unnecessary conflict. God knows,
exactly.
We've been involved in a manufactured conflict in the Middle East for how far? Over oil. That's what it all boils fucking down to. Is fucking oil. And I mean, we like to go in and say we're occupying under humanitarian aid, and it's like when we went into was it Somalia? Not Somalia, but I want to say Ethiopia or something. After one of the big natural disasters, like an earthquake or something, we went in there and we cleaned everything up, right? And it came out, and I swear to God, I heard this, and this was back in the day from Alex Jones of all places. But it's like one of it, like Paul Joseph Watson was doing a report on it. He's like, why do you think the U.S. agreed to bail them out and spend all that money there? Because we're strip mining. We got a 25-year agreement for them. They have to let us occupy there. They have to let us occupy so we can go in there and strip mine their fucking natural resources, which in that case happen to be like precious metals.
Well, here's the thought:
great comment, sir.
We're actually running out of the precious metals that we need to make like smartphones and advanced tech. And China is sitting on a bunch of them. That's one thing. Another thing is back in, I want to say 1996, a U.S. geological team in Afghanistan discovered roughly $7 trillion of rare earth metals that the Afghans had no idea what to do with. They were literally just sitting on the surface in some places. Now those metals are all gone.
Yeah, where'd they go?
Imagine that.
It's like the whole thing with thing in MC. It's like the whole thing in MC with vibranium.
No, it's almost as if the military-industrial complex enjoys this shit.
Of course they do. They make money from it.
It's not like a certain president like Eisenhower didn't fucking warn the American public that this was
Kennedy
going to happen. Yeah, well, that's why Kennedy was whacked, dude. He was going to expose it even bigger than Eisenhower did. That's why he got whacked.
Look, roughly 3 weeks before Kennedy was killed, he had signed a bill that was going to basically give the Rothschilds their gold back and back all U.S. currency in U.S.-owned silver and make us our own banking system. And 3 weeks later, he was killed. And the first thing that Lyndon B. Johnson did when he was sworn into office was veto that bill.
Yep.
Big surprise, right?
No, not one fucking bit, man. And this is like the end game. And people think like, oh, well, it's just conspiracy theory and secret society bullshit and all that. And now everything has like proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that there's pretty much validity to the entire fucking thing. And that's why you got to pay attention to the moves on the chessboard, because they're coming, folks. And look, this is why I want to share this headline real quick, and Alex will love this one. Because this is straight from InfoWars, but this is a legit screenshot here.
Yep.
Where
I showed this. multiple times,
right off of NBC. Potential terror threats. Guess what? The terror threats are us.
Yep.
The government considers us, the American populace, a terror threat.
Oh yeah.
And here's their 3 reasons: opposition to COVID measures, claims of election fraud, belief Trump can be reinstated, 9/11 anniversary and religious holiday.
Can you believe that?
If you believe in Santa Claus, you're a terrorist.
The most ridiculous amount of things.
9/11 anniversary.
Or before you couldn't question it. Now you can't even
celebrate it.
Like, is that scam so in our face? Have people been dissecting this? That bullshit excuse that the government gave us for what went down? We've been questioning that for so long. Now we can't even talk about it.
Yeah, I have to draw the line at the 9/11 anniversary because I'm sorry, regardless of how people feel about this country, how I feel about our country and such, and we do have a lot of problems. I still give a memorial to people.
Yeah. I mean,
we lost so many people today, and that's the day that made a lot of us. And you will, and I will say this: that day did make a lot of people patriotic in a way, for better or for worse.
It did.
I was up there when that shit happened.
My stance is 9/11's off limits.
Well, you know what? I mean, that 9/11, after 9/11 was the last time that you've seen a lot of people coming out and paying respect to not only the police, but the firemen and the medical people. That was the last time that we seen it. Now they're all incels, and they're all people to be looked down on. They need to be defunded.
When I was in New York back in 2017, that was one of my favorite things to do on my vacation. Was I got to finally see the 9/11 memorial, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, Vinny, you said you were there during 9/11.
I was up there. I was moving from New York to New Jersey.
Wow.
The fucking chaos that happened, the shit that was going on, they didn't televise most of the stuff that happened.
Right.
Because even in Jersey, where I was, there was a lot of people who were, we'll say, of that dancing in the streets. People who were part of that group. There was some very violent things happening. I saw a lot of crazy shit. And they were afraid to televise what was going on.
Wait, can you give an example of something you saw?
Not on air.
Yeah.
Very violent.
Yeah. It's probably on the level of, Coates basically celebrating that and smiling about it. That's why I have such a huge, utter disdain for him.
I am really disturbed.
Sorry.
I don't know, but Gaze, is that you? What the hell what are you doing with your freaking thumbnail? What the hell's going on there?
Oh,
what?
God.
What are you talking about? Biden loves you.
Gross.
Uncle Joe loves you, Steven.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I got hairy legs.
I don't want to see.
The kids would touch him in the pool.
Oh, man.
Walton was a bad dude.
That's really disgusting. Let's talk about something else. I'm sorry, I just had to point that out. What's up, AFK?
Yeah.
Everyone have a good night.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm sorry. Screw you. I gotta stop. I gotta learn to stop cursing on YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. I've been very loose about that. Tommy, up yours. Thank you.
Up yours. No, it just to kind of close out on the topic, though. I mean, we all need to be aware of what's going on. There's a lot of chess pieces on the table. There's a lot of moves being made. A lot of our enemies are going to start picking up and directly challenging us. And
absolutely.
And again, we're teetering on the brink right now, folks. Don't think that we're not. This administration has put us in such a bad position that we are on the very brink.
See, this is the thing, Drew. Like, I know where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. But if you look at the history of interactions between the West and the East, in the Middle East, that has always been a testing ground. It has always been a place where political games have been played by major powers. Mm-hmm. And this is just a continuation of that cycle. We stabilize it to a point, to exercise our weapons and show our strength, show our might, or we use it to weaken other major powers. It's who I feel bad for are the innocent people in those regions.
Exactly.
Oh, I do too. The everyday citizen, yeah, I do.
Yeah. They're getting played. They're getting played.
Oh,
their lives are literally being played.
They're absolutely sick. What they do to their own people there is heinous.
Yeah,
I heard stories of the military had to look the other way while the Taliban and shit were doing very horrible things to kids over there.
Oh yeah, of course. They don't have any values.
Yeah, they were told to look the other fucking way.
Well, here's another thing with this Afghan nonsense that I think a lot of people are probably missing on as well. So you got already that problem that's going to happen in the Middle East, and more than likely Israel is going to wind up coming under attack. Yep. But how does this play out in other stages of the world? How does this play out with North Korea and South Korea? Mm-hmm. How is that going to play out when North Korea knows that America can't be counted on anymore to keep them in check when they go to take over South Korea? Yep. And what happens when you have another crazy dictator that's going to take control?
North Korea right now is scared shitless that we're not a buffer that can come to their aid because they're afraid China's going to come in and fuck them up.
I don't think they're really too worried about China, quite honestly.
They are, dude. Because think about it, China can go in and fuck them up. Their only buffer is their nuclear program. Which,
well, you got to remember, North Korea was in bed with China all through the freaking Korean conflict.
They were being used as a buffer zone. I thought they were in bed with China.
Yeah, well, they're afraid China will stab them in the back and come try to expand on them because China's going full expansionist right now. They don't give a shit, and that's the thing. That when you have a nation with that kind of attitude that doesn't give a shit,
biggest army in the world. Yep.
I mean, they're the only buffer that North Korea has is their nuclear program, which, by the way, Iran just took their nuclear program hot again. Yeah. They came out and said that they're enriching uranium again.
Well, if you look at one of the biggest problems with China historically has been the separation of their provinces. You know, it's a very large territory. They only have two major rivers that run east to west. And back in the 90s, they began working on infrastructure, their highway systems for transport between those different those communities. Between the different provinces. And by now, that has been built. Their infrastructure has been built. They can transport materials and men to any province in China by this point. Their technology is not that far behind the United States. And if there were a time for them to begin flexing their muscles, it would absolutely be now. Their intelligence network is insanely productive. And obviously, because they infiltrated the Biden family. Before and that now that family's in the White House. I mean, just look at the signs, look at the things that have happened. Okay. What you laughing at?
The wake down and then gaze. I don't know what's more disturbing. Oh man.
Well, that could get more disturbing.
Oh Jesus, man. All right. So let me move on to like a little bit of pop culture before we get on out of here because I gotta get some dinner in my belly in a second. But
I've got to go be a nerd tonight.
But I just wanna share this one. So
tonight?
We'll do something. We'll do something here out of the realm of video games. And
what you got?
And this. This thing, I'm actually, John Trent wants me to write an article on this, and I am going to write an article.
Oh, yeah, Crystal. I think
so Rainbow Six Siege, and this is a game I played, by the way. This is a game I've been playing since this game came out, and this came out back in, like, 2016.
2016, yeah, it's a large, huge support base.
This is one of the games that they play, like, they have world championships for, this is a first-person shooter, all right? So character sexuality doesn't matter one fucking bit.
Yes, it does, bigot.
Well, they came out and literally, there's Ubisoft for you. They said, we're going to make Rainbow Six Siege's first trans operator. Here you go. And, of course, they gave her a ridiculous, overpowered gadget for.
She's a transformer.
Yeah. It's like,
it's basically a window shield. It basically
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy what she can do, because this is a very OP character that can change the balance of a match. But on top of it, it's just the blatant virtue signal is just. I mean, good God!
Look, I think chopping your own wiener off is a superpower in itself. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. So I mean, give her a shield.
Is it a superpower or is it a stupid power?
Yeah, but
I don't know, Tommy. I'm just saying.
So basically,
that's what you're looking for is mental disorder.
So by Steve's definition, this character is Scott. Is that what you're saying?
It's just. I have a problem with this, and yeah, people will probably call my opinion bigoted, but I do have a problem with this, and especially as a longtime player of this game, because I've been playing it since day one. This was never an issue until woke culture took over, and now all of a sudden, here on August 17th of 2021, we have to all of a sudden have a trans character, and they have to make a big deal about it. And I kind of do take offense to that, because, like I said, as a longtime player, the game was never supposed to be about this. Yeah, the characters were supposed to have unique personalities, whatever. They had a backstory to them. But
are we going to get a non-binary?
Man,
let's go full on. It's a rainbow. It's a rainbow six. Why don't we get
probably will. They probably will. And it pisses me off, because this is just supposed to be a first-person shooter. It's supposed to be a game about terrorism versus counterterrorism.
No, it's about gender identity, Drew.
Well, Drew, I hate to say this, but Ubisoft, they've. You know what?
Mackie, are they tickling each other in the home office?
Really, Steven, they're just slapping anything on with Tom Clancy's name on it, and the man's been gone for years. They're just slapping anything with his name.
Oh, the good.
And for what y'all don't know is that Clancy's a Republican. Clancy was a Republican.
The good Rainbow Six games, bro, were way back in the day. Like, we're talking like 03 was the last good Rainbow Six game, Makini. And it just this stuff just pisses me off, because I want something to at least be sacred. I mean
nothing sacred, Drew. Just step on your own testicles. It's nothing sacred, sir.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't have to be that way, Steven.
It doesn't. No, it shouldn't. No, it doesn't, and it's unfortunate thing is that a lot of what we consider sacred is usually, if it's done by ourselves, is if we create it. You know what I mean? Like what Vinny does, that's sacred. Like what Rick Gates does, that's sacred.
Every person on this panel that draws a nice ass, that is sacred. Every one of you. Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, true, very true.
Give Ashley a gold star. She fixed her avatar. Good for you, honey. Good job.
You're welcome.
Whoa, Ashley's voice just getting.
Yeah,
that's not one of the gals from The Simpsons, is it?
Sorry, she's part of the new Super Mario Brothers Smash Trans game.
It's a me. It's a transformer. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a Luigi. He went a little. I
had to do it. Trey's not here tonight.
Let's get ETEP. I don't want to. I know this sounds racist, but I think we need some kind of Taliban version of Vinny now.
It's me, Talavini.
Talavini.
Well, if that happens, we're gonna have to do, a white Mac, altogether white.
I would see a version.
I got 5 boosters for you, kid.
Makini, is there any truth to the rumor you'll be starring in the sequel to White Chicks?
Wait, would that be Crack-a-Mac?
Oh no, he did.
That's gonna be mocking. That's gonna be his like undercover like black revitalization blaxploitation character. Crack-a-Mac turns around. It's like Shaft. Can you dig it? You know? Yeah. See, right. We got it right there, man. It's already better.
He's also not played by Marlon Wayans. I'll appreciate that.
Oh man. See, this is what you get, folks, on this crazy stream on Tuesdays, man. It's just no holds barred, and that's how we like it.
And
because it wouldn't be Rogue Entertainment without that aspect.
Sorry, Steven. I couldn't find one of Biden humping a tree for you.
Just give it time. Somebody will Photoshop it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, you got a big memer in here. Wakedown's like a champion memer himself. So,
like I said, give it time.
Exactly. Oh man. Hey,
these are vile allegations. I don't know who would say that I like make memes of people just to mock them endlessly about stupid things. I don't know what you're talking about.
To be fair, I would think if he bited like huffing a tree, he'd be caressing a tree.
Oh yeah, sniffing its leaves.
Yeah, right?
Sniffing it gently, gingerly, as it were.
What?
New Comics Division's voice could hit that high.
He's been playing Rainbow Six.
Oh man, yeah. I've actually bought Wes that game, man, for his birthday. So like, God.
What, the Comics Division squealing game?
No, I bought him I bought him the Rainbow Six game.
That's why we haven't seen him. Is he questioning himself right now?
That's gonna be like a running joke now between he and I. Would be like, oh, it's time to play Rainbow.
Get your shield, fellas.
Get your shield. All right. Now I guess we could go around the panel and let everybody know where they can be found, because like I said, I got to get some food in my stomach, so I'm going to let these fine gentlemen do their outros. So we will start with our special guest next to me, not KK, but Wake K.
Wait, K. Yeah, this is gonna. I keep saying that this is gonna be like my last appearance on YouTube every time I'm on a channel now, because within the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm actually leaving on a road trip, and so it'll be a while before anybody sees me again. But yeah, check out the channel. Tons of cool stuff. Check out the comedy section. You'll like that part. You might actually stick around for it.
Yeah, and the Wake Down, while he is still around, will do streams at like ungodly hours. But that's what's fun about it, because I've been on some of those streams, and they are.
And you're always welcome.
Yep, and I appreciate you being on here with us, brother, because you're a good dude. We love you, and you're good friends. So appreciate you. All right, let's go over to the Jabinator.
Well, right now, Arnold has stepped out of the building, but I am the author, Stephen Walton, the Lumber Menace tree historian, your tree historian, born in the National Forest, fighting for your right to get wood without splinters. We shimmy, but we do not kneel. Wash your hands, wash your gardening tools, and water your saplings.
Stephen, did you have a mullet back then?
Tommy, I hate you. I just want to say, Ashley texted me and said, I'm going to get you a tree costume so you can hunt me.
Nope.
I hate
Thank
you.
Ashley, make it a Halloween.
We don't want to see it, Stephen.
I want photos.
No, this is not for real.
Oh, it's for real.
Oh, it's all too real.
It's for real, for real.
48 ounces at a time.
We go to our great men in the middle. Call that the absolute artistry row. And we'll start off with the man, the myth, the legend, Mackany Draws.
Hey everybody, good to see y'all here, and then also special thanks to everybody who's just wishing me good luck and such. I had a physical today. I'm feeling good and everything. I really appreciate that, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna be going live tonight to be working on this. I've been doing this little Sonic Street Fighter crossover. Everybody seems to really like it, but we're gonna be working on this, and then we're gonna be also be talking about potential merch, such as like stickers and such of this. So definitely check that out. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for everybody who's been supporting the big time. The Sunday Machiny live stream, we hit 41 likes, and it was just me and Mads Mama Bear, and that I cannot thank you guys enough for that. I really appreciate that. And I can't thank you guys enough for all of the support. I kind of started a new hashtag of under 300 over 1K, and that's my thing is that although I want to be at 1,000 subs and monetized by Christmas, I'm making a personal goal to try to get under 300 pounds by like my 32nd birthday or so. So yeah, I'm making personal goals and I'm making YouTube goals. I'm making a lot of goals. And
yeah.
I'm gonna hit
hey, guess what?
What's that?
So I just had that stream the other day. I had my retro discussion stream going, and I got copyright claimed before the stream was even over. I didn't get one copyright claim. I didn't get two copyright claims. Ha ha ha! No, I got three copyright claims. Jeez. So I went ahead and I put my disputes in. They've already lifted two of them already.
Nice.
Yep. Good.
Yeah, they're nonsense, bogus ones, dude. They're trying to fuck with you.
They're trying to tell them, YouTube, I'm gonna be nibbling on your toes, so you better lay off.
Yeah.
I'm coming after him again probably sometime later this week. I'm gonna have just like a random freaking live stream and just go at him again. I'm not done with him.
All right, we go over to the daddy of Sunsworn, Mr. Red Gaze.
What up? At the Red Gaze on Twitter, Red Gaze on YouTube, sunsworn.com. Check it out. Yeah, speaking of goals, I want to hit 15K so we can get a magnet out to everybody on this campaign. Not too far from it, but thank you everybody for your support. Make sure you subscribe to everybody on the panel. Chat, you guys are awesome, and have a great night.
Yeah, Gaze, man.
Oh, by the way, Bonds is currently in fulfillment, so if you haven't grabbed that yet, now's the time.
That's right.
I got my notification that it's on its way. Thank you, guys.
Support Miriam.
God, you know what? I really hope when it gets here, Gaze, that it's wrapped in like some kind of good plastic, because lately these idiot mail people, because we don't have like a regular mail truck, we actually have like the rural people who are like subcontracted delivering the mail, and these idiots never put the damn mailbox lid up, so my mail just sits out there in the freaking rain.
Jeez. Oh, don't worry. Yeah, it's sealed completely tight.
All right, awesome.
Be fine.
Love that word. Favorite word in English language.
Tight.
Tight.
Steven doesn't know anything about.
Let's go over to Vinny Hart. What up, Mr. Shadow of the Kraken?
All my books are very tight. Back and support it. You'll be very pleased you did. We have special lamination on all covers, so whatever you need to do, you sick bastards, you can do it and still enjoy the books. Yes, please support Shadow of the Kraken. I am currently working on that. I'm working on that all the time. That's why I don't have my camera on during streams, unless they're my streams. But yeah, it's a tremendous amount of work. It's going to be 50 pages. It's a beautiful book. So yeah, please support that.
Are you supplying the Fauci candle?
We'll get into that. Make sure Through the Woods, City of Venus, that you haven't forgotten to pick those up. Those ship immediately. And yeah, once they're gone, well, especially Through the Woods, once it's gone for good. I'm not going back to print on a hardcover book. So don't miss out on that. It's 100 pages, a completed story. Check it all out. My YouTube channel, at Vinny Art. It's the same on Twitter, same stuff. But yeah, I need about 130 more subscribers. And we're starting to get our hours up as well. So please make sure that keeps happening. I love all you people. And yeah, go to Infowars.com. Plenty of great product there. T-shirts, iodine. Make sure to get your iodine bills.
It keeps the energy up, vitality, all that great stuff. Fuck all the Nazis, all the horrible people, the globalists. They go suck a dick. We have Fauci as well. So make sure to get your Fauci candles. Throw out all your Jesus candles. Get the Fauci candles. Otherwise, the shots don't work. You're going to need 5-6 boosters. We're turning black people white people orange. It's going to be fantastic. Death to America. Actually,
oh man.
Hail globalists.
There we go. There we go. Over
Fuck you, Fauci. Fuck you.
We go over to the People's Champ. Eat up.
I got nothing for once. No, oh damn, that's
E-tip. Come on, where's the hat?
Sorry, I was having a conversation by myself there.
Well, all right. So hang on a second. You made me do it. God damn it, Maki. He asked for it. All right, let me bring it out for the fucking closing. All right, here we go. So
That's my opinion.
in honor of our new Chinese and Afghanistan overlords, I don't have a goat or anything around here handy right now, but I do have this hat. So please, Chinese overlords, accept me. I sound like I'm in the fucking Trade Federation, but no, seriously. I am Jewish Raiden, Chinese Jewish Raiden from the Place to Be reviews, and comrades, you should come over if you want free trial of communism. Come over to Place to Be reviews. Share. They're not my videos; they're our videos. Get it? But no, seriously. I like abortion jokes. They're very non-committal. Come on over and join us. It's fine. It's all good. No, really. We live stream every Monday night, 8:30. Monday night going in Raw. Wednesday night we have Going Rogue. Tomorrow night Red Gaze will be joining Tony and myself with new comic Normie as our guest tomorrow night. He hasn't been on in a while, so I was like, I just gave him a shot. I'm like, hey, why don't you come on Wednesday night? So we got new comic Normie tomorrow night. The morning show on Thursday. You can catch me over there at 9:30, which the schedule will adjust next week because I go back to teaching again, which I already have to teach. I have to substitute the opening week of school already. So, but yeah,
Teach me, Daddy.
Oh, that way. No, we're not. It is not that. Not that show on FX. No. Although, if what was that girl's name? Kate Mara. If Kate Mara, I mean, she's of age, so I mean, she could. I would pay her to pretend. I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
Think if E-Tip was, why the last man? He was the last man on Earth.
Hey, at least it would be like, this is the thing I tell my wife, after we had my son, she's like, well, do you want to get a vasectomy? I'm like, no, the world's going to need me someday, honey. Trust me. The world's going to need me.
What time is come?
That's why Cuomo's on
the they're going to need you like cocaine, bro.
It's like that. It's like my kid watches that show Storybots. The sun comes up and he's like, or the moon. He's like, it's my time to shine. It's my time to shine. See right there. It's like, yep, time to step up to the plate, repopulate the earth. All right, a bunch of little bald Russian Jew Polacks running around. This is gonna be fun.
There we go.
Spending $150 million on cocaine would make sense.
But yeah, you can catch me at eTempleCoins, a Place to Be reviews. We are at 770 subscribers right now. Let's get this thing over with. I've got freaking watch hours up the wazoo. Let's get this thing over with. Why do you think I stream so much? I apologize for the lack of single release videos. I'm trying to spend more time with a kid. He goes back to school next week, so yeah, I'll go back to producing, reviews and everything. Plus, Batwoman's coming back. I will be reviewing Why the Last Man Standing. At least the first episode. I don't know if I'll make it past that. I can't commit to that and Batwoman at the same time. I'd feel like I was cheating on Batwoman, and God knows I don't want to do that because I don't want all the lesbians in Gotham mad at me. So yeah, you can catch me on eTempleCoins Place to Be reviews at the Place to Be RE1 on Twitter. I don't really post on Instagram, but there is a Place to Be reviews Instagram. You can go over there and catch some tumbleweeds maybe. In a couple weeks you can find me over at Horror Hound. hanging out with the them guys from the WCBS guys. I'll be hanging out with those cats over there again. And actually, I might be debuting a new character. There's rumors that that ETEP might be a new guy. I don't know. I might have another personality debuting at Horror Hound. You'll have to check my sources to stay abreast of the situation. I'm just saying. So little salt, but hey, take that rumor with a grain of salt, my friends. That's all.
Well, we are kind of curious here. Did all these whores at Horror Hound, did they get checked out? Did they get vaxxed? This is very important. You must make sure that they're all vaxxed. Don't worry about freedom. Don't worry about the whore's freedom. Make sure they are vaxxed.
Arnold, it's Horror Hound, not Whorehound.
No, I'm pretty sure it was whore because I'm pretty sure my maid was there, and that's where I found her. So don't tell me, young man. Just get your vax.
All right. Last but not least, we go over to the Rogue Daddy, Stephen Welton.
The Rogue Daddy. If you need any more proof after the stream that true evil does not die, according to Christy, is in the chat. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Please subscribe to all these wonderful people on this panel. Support independent creators out there, and thank you very much. Share out some links. And I am author Stephen Walton, fandom historian, born in the chats with my brothers and sisters, fighting for our modern mythologies. Wash your hands, wash your ass, be good to each other.
All right, folks, and you know me. I am the Supreme Heretic. Of course, I'm here every Tuesday for the Rogue Squadron. You can catch me on Thursdays for the Pegasus Actual Podcast. That'll be back coming up in a couple days, actually. On the 19th, we'll be starting Season 4. So that's going to be fun. You can catch me and Arwen and Brightest Day, and we'll try. And if I know Steve's going to be incredibly busy, if he can make it, he'll be there with us. And I will also be back probably on Thursday Night Throwdown on Thursday. So I will see you folks then.
Thursday,
Hail
last time
hashtag.
you see me, brother. Thursday, of course I'm gonna show up to Pegasus Actual, my brother.
Nice.
Then I gotta drive 30 hours to go pick up my queen.
And he doesn't care what tree he has to go up to get there.
Well,
he will make it.
Hail hashtag Dick's Division. I will see you guys Thursday night on
Forget the
Comics
badge guard.
Channel. Yep, that's right. Hail the badge guard too. And we will catch you all later. Just try to keep your head above water in this sick world. Yeah, it is pretty sick out there. Christy.
They think it's right to murder. They want to murder. Look at all the people, and they get a kick out of it. A sexual kick out of it. The whole thing, I think it's sick.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Walton's tree fetishes.
Kamala wants your dick.
And then the kids used to touch the hair on my leg.